Hello, hello. What's up, Soli? What's up, Brandon? Hey, Laura. So far, this one is pretty good. It's good to hear. Heard a lot of good things about the data analysis tech degree. Sup, Soli? How are you today? Oh, you know what? I think Dennis is streaming right now, too. I think he's streaming GTA. Yep, he's streaming code stuffs. Oh, I thought I saw GTA. Either way. I know he's been doing a lot more streaming lately. Why am I... Oh, I've got the stream up. I can hear myself. That's not good. Anyways. Been a huge fan of Rachel since started with Treehouse back in 2022. Rachel and Gil are definitely goated instructors. I totally agree. Huge fan of Gil. Huge fan of Rachel. I feel like they can really explain things in such a good way. Oh, he's developing something for GTA? Is that why? Makes sense. Sometimes code stuff is relatable to GTA. Yeah. Brandon said Twitch? What do you mean, Brandon? You know Dennis streams now, right? Is that what you're wondering? Go ahead and give him a follow. I will not have my camera on today, by the way. Been having some laggy internet and it's raining out pretty bad, so I know last stream I disconnected mid-stream, so I'm just not gonna have my camera on this stream. See if that helps. Dennis is on the Twitch. Sure is. We go to twitch.tv/doplay. I don't know how you say that. I'll pop this in the chat, but here's Dennis's Twitch. This is an advertisement. This isn't Dennis. No problem. Link is probably sleeping anyway. He sure is. He's knocked out right next to me like he always is. You know how he is. No Link, not watching. Dang, I see how it is. You guys just like to watch the stream for Link. I mean, I see why. Oh yeah, look, Dennis is coding. Dennis. I'm streaming your stream. He says hello. I don't know if you guys can hear him though. Anyways, I'd keep him on if I didn't get, well, you know what? I wonder if I can just keep him on and just keep him muted so that he can get views too. Because I can't think if I hear him talking too. But what's everyone up to today? What are you guys doing? I don't have anything specific I want to build today, so I think I'm just gonna kind of code something, hang out, and just talk with you guys a bit. Oh, Dennis said awesome hello from another stream. Oh yeah, look. I'm streaming him, streaming me, streaming him. Look at that. It's Twitchception right now. Look at all these Twitch streams. That's crazy. Reported for bot views. That's awesome. Alright, Dennis, if you can hear me, I'm muting you so that I can hear myself think. But I'm gonna keep your stream up. As long as I don't lag. I've been having internet issues. I found this fake store API, which like gives you like some products. From what I've seen, I can get like the names, the images, some descriptions for each, all kinds of stuff. So I think I'm gonna try to make like some sort of like low-level e-commerce store with React. So I think that's what I'm gonna probably do today, but unless you guys want to see something specific. Other than that, I think I'm just gonna work on coding this out, getting some practice in, getting some coding done. I feel like I haven't done much of my own coding in a while, and just hang out with you guys. Soli says she's going through some lessons. What part are you on right now, Soli? Front-end mentor projects? Do you want to see a front-end mentor project? Ooh, JavaScript objects. That's fun. I love working with some objects. See if this works. I think this is the native image component with next. Does it still? Oh, it breaks everything. Invalid source prop. How does this work? I started learning React with Jonas Schmiedman. I don't know how to pronounce that. How are you getting on with React? Are you liking it? Oh, he's obviously famous. You typed his first name and an S and his name came up. That's cool. He's just another code nerd. Next JS image component. Let me see how this works. I have not used this before. I mean, I'm giving it the right source. It's telling me my source attribute's wrong. And I'm importing it. Correct. Maybe I need something in here. Invalid source prop. Was I using the same exact thing? Yep. Product.image. Yeah, who knows? I'm not gonna try to pronounce that name. I might mess it up, but yo, how are you? Yeah, but I can't put a string right here. If I put a product.image, it's not gonna, I need this to actually be JavaScript. So that's not gonna work. I mean, it might not break the app, but. If using relative image, it must start with a leading like that, which we're not. So who knows? Ooh, thanks for the follow. Yeah, I'm just not going to use this. I was just going to try to see, because it always yells at me when I do it, but you can just do product.image alt equals, actually, we'll say, how do we do this? We'll say image for, we'll say product.title. And I think that should work. Let's close it off. We'll at least get our images this way, and I think we'll get our alt text to image for Sony WH blah, 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 Bluetooth wireless 5. Okay, cool. That works for me. But class name, we'll say width like full, and we'll just do a max width of like 200 pixels. Max width 200 pixels. Why is it not working? Product name with the backticks. I don't think that would work. I'm not sure why my 200 pixels isn't working. Oh, I gotta spell class name correctly, probably. There we go. Yeah, we could try that real quick. Let's see. Image, source. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna matter. Product.image. Yeah. Oh, it's missing the required width property. Width. Let's just do like 180. Yeah, no, it still breaks. Well, I don't need height too. Jeez. Why do they want us to use this for? So I'm using Next. This isn't like part of React, by the way, Brendan. Let's do like 200 or something. Yeah, no, it's still messed up. I think it has something to do with like the actual source. It's fine though. I'm only using Next so that I can route to like another page if I want to, because it's got that built-in router. On the outside of the brackets, I don't see that working at all. I don't think that would even be accurate. Yeah, no, it's just gonna yell at me. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. Yeah, don't worry about it. It's just something that they want you to do. So whenever I hover over just using the regular image thing, it says consider using image from next image to automatically optimize the image. And I've used it before, but it's always been like a relative path. It's the first time using like a path from like an API, so it might have some issues with that. I'm not gonna worry about it. This doesn't break my app in any way. It just has this ugly line underneath it. What extensions for that effect while typing? I think it's called powerful code. I think that's what it's called. Power mode. Yeah, so go to power mode. There's a bunch of options. Let me go and find power mode. I forget how I get to, yeah, here we go. Power mode. I have it set to particles, but there's fireworks, flames, magic, clippy, simple rift, and exploding rift. All of these seem so extra to me, but particles just seem not too bad, not too crazy, you know? So I use particles. Yeah, so Laura's the one that actually showed me that extension, and ever since then I can't code without it. It gives me that little bit of like oomph that I need, right? All right. I don't even know what I want to do with this app. I do know that I was playing around with this before the stream, and I was able to get back some products. So if we go to our app and let's just refresh. All I'm doing is hitting a single endpoint just right off the bat. It's fakestore.api. .products, and I think I get back like 50 products. So if we go to we go to components, and we go down to our home, which is where it's at in this next app. I have it initially getting pushed into our products state, and let's see. Yeah, I think it is 50. Yep, it's 50. But what's really cool is everyone gets their own unique ID, a title, an image, a price, a description, a brand, a model, a color, category, and a discount. So technically you can kind of build like a pretty low level, like just prototype e-commerce platform kind of thing with this. So just seeing what I could do, just having some fun. I haven't really coded nothing fun in a while. So would you say that extra power? Yes, I would. Brandon's on it today. Oh, I'm just reading what you said, Brandon. You're liking it. Props are starting to connect with you, not as complex as I first thought. I'm not gonna lie to you, until I like actually practice building some random projects of my own, props made no sense to me. Like whatsoever. Like I just could never remember where I gotta call them and whatnot. But once you start like building something on your own and you need that data in another component, you kind of start to understand where you call them, where you import them, where you get them, all that stuff. Got the extension name. Do you need it, Soli? It is power mode. I'll pop it in the chat. Power mode. Anyways, let's start building out something kind of cool looking. If I understand, props are just parameters grouped in the props object. I'm not sure I understand the way that you're trying to explain it. Props are just parameters. I'm thinking you're trying to spell parameters. Parameters grouped in the props object. Kinda. So I can show you an example real quick because I'm going to build out like a navigation real quick. So I'm going to create a new folder, call this like global components. This is probably going to live in like our layouts, to be honest. Let's call this navbar, say navbar.jsx. And what I could do here is I can build out a simple navbar in this component, right? So let's say nav. And then right here, we're going to have an H1 that has our brand name, okay? And then maybe over here, we'll have a UL with some LIs. And we'll have, and I'm going to delete this after a bit. I'm just going to kind of show you how this works. Contact, products, I don't know, documentation, something like that, right? First off, I need to change this. This is just a nav tag. Okay, so here's our nav bar, right? And if I want to put this inside of our layout, just going to write nav bar, import it, save it. Let it yell at me until I figure out what I did wrong. Import nav bar. Nav bar's there. Nav bar's here. I don't know why I did that. Just needs to be like this. Anyways, so now we have our brand name, contact, products, documentation, and then this products is part of like our thing. So don't worry about that. Real quick, just so we can kind of differentiate everything, I'll put like a padding of 5, BG zinc 200. We'll say flex, justify between, and I'll put all this in a wrapper. But I'll change that to width full max width, like I don't know, 1,000 pixels, and we'll say margin auto. And we'll say text zinc 900. Okay, so here's our, did that auto import? Yeah, so if you are trying to import something that's not here, you could either come up there and import it, or you could type in nav bar, and then once you see that in the drop down right here, you can hit tab or press that, and it'll instantly import it up here, and then you just need to make sure you close it. Super handy. I use it a lot. But anyways, just to kind of like explain props. So like this navbar component, let's say this was a component that I needed to change every time I rendered it. It's not one, but it is right here because I'm gonna make it one. But I could say like brand name, and you can call this whatever you want, and I can just say Brandon's, or I just call it Brandon, right? And then if I wanted to, I can come in here and I can destructure that. So I can just say brand name. So now I have access to that information. So we're looking for a brand name and the data that's inside of it. And for this H1, I can just say brand name like this. And now it says Brandon up here. So it's kind of a cool way to use props, I guess. Kind of explain it a little bit. But this nav sucks. I don't want this. I just wanted to show you. Also, I think I've got some default styles going on in here. I do. Let's change all this. This is some of the stuff that comes with Next. Don't need these color variables. But that looks good. Yeah, that looks fine for now. So you don't need to use props as a name. You don't have to. You could also just write props dot whatever, but Laura actually showed me this. You can just destructure it. So you can just write the name from it right here. So you can do brand name, and now you don't need to write props because you destructured it from props. So kind of a easier way to write things. Laura showed me that a few months back. Dang, we get lots of products here. This is kind of cool. But let's work on this nav bar. We'll do zinc 100. I want to reuse all this. Honestly, we'll probably just say Amazon. We're not gonna make an Amazon clone, but we're gonna make an Amazon clone. How about that? And then I'll probably have some sort of utility nav here that we'll go and create. And import utility nav. Cool, so now we have our utility nav. And I'll probably, honestly, just leave this empty for now. It's something I can come up with later. I kind of want to get the main structure of the UI kind of built out. Also, should we do a dark mode? I feel like this is blinding me. Let's go a little lighter. Honestly, no. I don't even know. Look at that spam. Can I delete spam? Don't think we can. You messed up that. You mixed up Twitch My Dev with Type Error Dev. Yeah, Twitch My Dev, that's Terrence. He's not here today. At least I haven't seen him. He hasn't popped in yet. But Type Error is someone new. I didn't know it was Matt though. Yeah, Twitch My Dev is Terrence. How did I like block messages? I'm trying to delete that spam one. I did it before. Who knows? I don't know. You think all devs are the same? No. Soli might. All right, let's get out of this. Wait a minute. Yeah, let's save it and get out of it. I have a skimming problem. I feel that. Let's go to, I might have to install it. Let's do React icons. Oh, nice. Laura was able to delete it. What icon? Let's do like a cart icon. Oh, these icons are nice. Is there any simple ones? This one's simple. Let's use this. Let's go ahead and import it. Actually, this is going to be inside of our utility nav. I might actually have to install this package too. I don't think it comes with. Let's close the server. All right. Cool. They're gonna help us get Twitch partnership. Yeah, Laura, let him stay. Oh, here's my cart. I was wondering where it was. I couldn't find it. Okay, so we're gonna take this flex and justify between off of this because it needs to go on our wrapper. Cool. So ideally, what I'd want to do is create some product cards with some of these products. Click add to cart, and maybe we can have like a drop-down menu of what is in our cart at any given time. I think that'd be kind of fun to build. I think it should be pretty straightforward too. Yeah, she didn't kick him. She has a heart. She just deleted his message. It's all about the view count. I think I got a total of 6 people watching right now. I'm gonna pull up the console just in case you guys care about reading the chat. It's mostly for me, but if you guys want to see it, it's probably easier. Yeah, Cassie's probably here. She's just quiet. Dennis might even still be watching. There's usually a few people that come in and hang out. I'm looking at Dennis's stream now. He's still chilling. He's still building stuff with Bootstrap. Alright, so let's create our drop-down menu for our utility nav. We're definitely going to create a component for it. So drop-down cart.jsx. Alright, let's also import it into the utility nav. Import drop-down cart. Let's make this a UL. These can be LIs. And on click, probably want to set some state to show that why is it yelling at me? Console.log something. Does that make it stop yelling? It sure doesn't. Anyways, I'll come back to it. Cover blown, we knew it. Why you gotta call me out like that? Better strap. Okay, sure. Oh, that's funny. Let's just see if we can get this working. Say on click equals console. Well, actually, I'm not even gonna console.log. Let's just say, I guess let's import some state. So import use state and const, say drop down cart. Well, I don't think we can call it that. Well, we can, but let's not make it. Let's just say cart and set cart, or show cart, I should say, show cart equals use state initially set to false. And what we'll do is we can say drop down cart like this, and we should see drop down carts somewhere. We do need to use client since we are importing use state. Hit save. It should make everything work again, or maybe not. Cart, show cart. What's my issue? Unsupported server component. Did I spell use client wrong? What does the false do? Just setting it to no value? Well, once I get this working, I'll be able to kind of explain it a little. You're importing a component that needs use state. It only works in a client component. Use client. I did that. Wonder why this isn't working. Let's restart the server maybe. There we go. I think it just had some weird hiccup. Who knows? So yeah, you see how this drop down cart component literally just says drop down cart, and we see it right here, Brendan. So I'm gonna use this state to conditionally render something. So what we're gonna conditionally render is this drop down, right? So what we can do is we can write some JSX right here. We can say cart, because cart, let me try to explain this. So when you're using state, this is the value of your state. This very first parameter or very first item in this array is your state. You can call it whatever you want, but this holds the value of our state. So right now, cart equals false. That's all it is. Show cart is basically a setter function. It's going to set our state. So we can write a conditional right here. We can say if cart is true, then we want to show that drop down cart component. So we can say if cart is true, then drop down cart. And if we hit save, we shouldn't see it. There we go. We don't see it. And if we want to see it, we just need to change the state to true. In order to do that, we need to use the setter function. We need to say show cart and then give it a new value to store into this variable. So on this list item, which holds our cart icon, we can say show cart opposite of whatever cart is, and that's going to let us be able to toggle it. So if I hit save, we're going to be able to click the cart, and now our drop down cart shows up, and we can click it again because it's always going to give us the opposite of whatever the current state of cart is. So when cart's true, it's going to set cart to false. When cart is false, it's going to set cart to true. And that's basic conditional rendering. So it's a value key. Kind of hard to explain. It, like I said, this is a variable. It holds a value. This sets that value. So we could have some state in here, const number, and then set number equals use state. And we want the number to be 10. So right now, number equals 10. But if we want to change that to 20, we'd have to say set number 20. This is a setter function, and usually you want to kind of give it like an actionable name, like show cart or set number. Does that make sense? And then this is like your variable for it. It's kind of like local storage if you think about it that way. Basically, when you're changing anything visual on the page, You're with React, everything is what's that word? Everything is managed in state. So if the state of the application, the visuals of the application change, you need to change that state in your code base. It's not like regular JavaScript where you can just go find an element and change it. Any data that changes within your web page or your web app, you have to store it in some sort of state and manage it. And that's where that use state hook comes. So you see how all these products are rendering on the page? If we go to our very first component, don't worry about this use effect hook. That's super far outside the scope of it. But basically, right above it, you have our state for our products. Products is an empty array. And to change this and update this with products, we have to use the set products function. So right here, I'm grabbing some products from our API, and I'm saying set products to our response.data.products. And that's basically initially setting this array. Well, not initially, but we're initially setting it here. But once we get our data back from our API, it fills up this array with products. And then right here, I'm just looping over the products to build out these list items with an image in their title. Use the second one when the value changes, and the first one is the actual value of that state. Yep. Easiest way for me to understand it when I was learning is think about it like this. You're always going to have these two items here for your state, cart and show cart, right? Variable, function. I mean, look at the way it's colored within VS Code. This is a variable. This is a function. So all you got to do is think of that. This holds a value. This changes that value. It's the easiest way to kind of explain how use state works in a super low level way. Ah, that makes sense. All right, so when we click this, our drop-down menu shows up, but it's ugly. So let's set a class name on this UL to say relative, so that it's relative to that, which I may actually change to the list item. I lied. I am going to change it to the list item. Just because if we add other list items later, this might not work the same. And I know I won't add anything to it later, but no one else does. All right, so since this is relative and this is inside of it, our drop-down cart, we could say class name, positions absolute. Let's do top 0, left, or actually let's say right 0. Let's say BG white, border 2, border zinc 200, rounded, medium, padding 10. Just really quick so we can kind of see what it looks like. Okay, so it's there. I don't like this, so let's do 100 pixels. Probably way too much. Yeah, that's way too much. Maybe 25 pixels. Cool, so I think that will look pretty good. And since this is not in our document whatsoever, when I click this, it renders it. So because it renders it each time we see it, we can add an animation, which I like that. So let's call it slide up. And this is going to be a class name. So let's go to our global CSS and create something cool for it. Say slide up. We'll say animation, and we're going to name this in a bit. We'll say slide up. Maybe it could be like 0.5 seconds, ease in, out. And we could just say keyframes, slide up, say 0%. It'll be at like, what did we say? Like 25% top. So say top 25%. I'm sorry, 25 pixels. And 100, oh no, it ended at that. So at 100, it'd be 25 pixels. So say top 25 pixels for that. And for this, let's do like 100. Oh, way too much. Let's actually go 0 with this one. Make it look like it's coming down, right? That looks kind of cool. But it's way too slow, and I'm not liking the ease in out. Let's just do ease and do 0.2 seconds. Okay, that's a cool little drop-down menu, right? Right. Cheap viewers on some website we don't want. Laura, do your thing. Let's see, I might actually be able to do it too. Oh, cool. I banned it. That's fine, I guess. All right, cool. So we got our little animation. That's kind of nice, right? Right. So now that we have our drop-down menu coming in, I do want to put a class name of cursor pointer on this because it's bothering me that it's not. There we go. Now we have our drop-down menu here. So you'll notice if we click on this drop-down menu itself, it brings it back up. And we don't want that, right? Because we might want to be able to click things inside of it. So the easiest way we can do that, let's see. Probably would be to add an event on the actual drop-down menu. So we can say on click, and we'll want to grab the event and just say e.stop propagation, I believe would work. So now I can open it and close it still. Okay, cool. Now I'm clicking on it and it's not going away. So sweet. What'd it do? I miss it. Are those solely alt Twitch account? Probably. Nah, just somebody was saying we can get more views by going to some stupid website. That was probably gonna harm my computer. Let's see. Look at Dennis still streaming. All right. All right, we're gonna come back to this drop-down menu. I just wanted to make sure we can get it working. But right now I want to kind of build out our main UI here. So we have a max width of 1,000 pixels for our nav bar content. So let's do a little bit slightly less than that on the catalog. That's what we'll call it. So let's create a catalog component. This is not going to be a global component, so I'm going to just write catalog.jsx. And what we're going to do is we are going to probably be moving all of this out of here. And that is okay. Maybe I will use context for this. I think I will use context for this. All right, so let's just remove this UL. We'll say, actually, we could probably just remove this too. Let's put catalog in here. And now we just have a catalog. So in catalog, no, let's bring this all back. Oh, not that far. What am I doing? There we go. Catalog. Let's go back. Don't need the nav bar. Do we need the page? Yeah, we need the page. Duh. Stop propagation. Does that stop events from bubbling? Yep, that's exactly what it does. It just stops it from bubbling up, since that is the native behavior. Extensioning out? I like that, Soli. Here are two cool extensions I found the other day. I found the day before yesterday when I was extensioning out my VS Code. CSS Peak and icon fonts. Let's see. All one word. Oh wait, no, it's not. Solely lied. CSS Peak. Once recorded, scale to 1,000,000. Windsor P. What's all this? What is all this? Ooh, I do like that. That is handy. It kind of works the way Tailwind IntelliSense works. So if I scroll over the utility nav and I go to cursor pointer, since all of these are utility classes, it shows me the class CSS, which is kind of cool. Wow, where was CSS Peak when I was learning CSS? What was that other one? Let's see. Icon fonts. Oh, Soli lied to me again. There's a space. There we go. Icon fonts. Is it this first one? How do you use this? It's like an autocomplete for icons. That's cool. That is pretty cool. Yeah, once I learned about Font Awesome, it was over with. But now that I'm in React, I find like this tool here is better. Because like you could type in things like cart, right? And you can get any one of these, and some of these are from Font Awesome. So this one right here, this FA, this is a Font Awesome one. So I have to import it like this and just use it. So you can use those prefixes in whatever icon you want to use, and it'll autocomplete the syntax. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, where was all this cool stuff when I was learning? All right, so I'm gonna leave this function call here. And we're still going to keep our state updated here, but I'm going to pass it along through context. Yeah, let's do that. I think that might be easier. Import use context. Export const app state equals. Dang, I might need to remember how to use context. I think it's just use context, right? Or no, this should be create context because we're creating. Create context. And we'll do app state dot provider. And we'll do products. I don't think we need set products, so we'll just leave that there. Let's make sure our catalog is inside of it. So now if I go to catalog, should I have access to products? Import use context. I think we'll need to import. What was that, in layout? No, it was in page. Well, it does not like that. Let's see how I did this in one of my other projects. Create, export constant, great. Okay, so I am using it right. So const products. There we go. So I think we can do Cool. That works. Now we're set. We have it all set up with context, which is going to be so much easier down the road anyway. Probably not today. Oh, we don't need this anymore. All right, so what I'd like to do is, this is going to be a product card. So let's create, this will probably be global because we'll use this in multiple places. Say product card. Did I spell it right? Yeah. Cool. So now we're going to bring in our props here. So we're going to want our title for our products, right? So we'll say product.title. We're going to want our image. So we'll say product.image. And I think honestly for now that's fine. And I'll probably just come in here and console.log products. Or actually it should be in our state. I just want to see what data we get. Where's home? There it is. All right, so we get an ID, title, image. I got that. So we need a price, description, and brand. I think that would be good. You know what we could just do? We could just say product equals product to keep this simple, and then just use what we need from that inside the component. And I like that idea. So let's just take product. And now I could probably just say product.title. And I'll grab what I need from props as I need it. Does that work? Yes, it does. Cool. All right, why is it all highlighted? There we go. Can I write a comment here? All right, so I get an ID, title, image, price, description, brand, model, color, category, discount. All right, cool. What other endpoints do we even have with this thing? So that's just me getting all products. Oh, so the product ID, we can use that if we want like maybe a quick view or maybe to add the product. Get limited products. Oh, limit the amount that we get. Yeah, we'll probably actually do that. So we don't have 50 on the page, or we could just paginate. Oh, look, paginate. That works for me. By default, we send 50 products. Page 2, limit 20. We don't need to pass skip. All ooh, there's categories too. That's cool. All right, just keep this super simple for now. We'll just have like a catalog with all products. But what I think we're gonna do is we're gonna have a limit. So this is that endpoint, right? Products limit equals 2. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna show 12 per page, 4x3 or 3x4, whatever you want to say. So I'm gonna put this here, say 12, save. All right, cool. And I get considerably less products. Cool. All right, so let's build out our product card. The fun stuff, right? So we'll say image source equals product.image. And we'll say alt equals, we'll say backticks image for product.title. And then let's close out of our image element. We should get some super big images now. Do what we did earlier. Say class name, width full, max width, Actually, we'll just say with full. And our product card is going to have our with. Say class name with. Let's just do like. We'll do a fourth. I think that's how that works, right? Yeah, there we go. Cool. And what else do we get? We get a price and we get a description, right? So let's take this. So it'll be our product title. We'll have our product description, and then we'll have our product price. And I think what we can do, let's also just put the brand underneath it. We'll make it look a little bit different though than the title. Cool. Also in the catalog, say class name with full, max with, we'll say 900 pixels. Let me say margin auto, flex, items. Let's just say center and see what that does. We'll say gap 2, and we'll say justify start. Sully is going to be in and out for a bit. Lurk. Are you going to eat? If you're going to eat, I want food. We need to take this item center off. There we go. So we have a width of full on these. I'm sorry, 1/4. Well, what we need to do is probably say wrap. So flex wrap. Cool. Now we get 3 per row, which I guess is fine. I don't remember how to do the min max stuff with flex. At least not with teams. At least not with this way. I do know one thing. These descriptions are heavy. Let me see if I can pull up that ellipsis stuff, because I think we're going to do that for sure. Shorten text. So chilly in the summer. That's crazy. It's too hot for all that. So every single product description is a p tag. We'll say shorten 2, all right? And what we'll do is create a class for this. Well, we did. We're going to create some rules for it, I should say. So shorten 2. And what we can do is say display WebKit box, I think. Is that how you, I don't think it has a thing at the end of it. Text overflow ellipsis, overflow hidden, WebKit box, orient vertical, WebKit line clamp 2. We want 2 things of text. I hit save and nothing happens. That sucks. All right, let's see. Is this all correct? Web slot, WebKit box orient. There we go. Cool. So now everything should have 2 lines of text for the descriptions. It should. It does, but it still looks pretty heavy. Let's go to the catalog. See this 1/4? Let's change it to 1/3. All right, so the title itself will have a class name of font bold. I think, yeah, font bold. Cool. All the text for this is going to be zinc, like 800. It's going to be kind of lightish. So for the brand, let's do class name text emerald 500. Make it look something different. Maybe we'll do blue. We're gonna do a shortened text on the name to shorten to. There we go. Starting to look a little bit better. Let's just do 30%. 33, 32. Is fine. These images way too big. Let's see. That looks a little bit better to me. BG sync 200. Rounded medium. We'll put this back to full. No, that looks like poop. I don't know. These products are just kind of big, right? Anyways, we got 12 on here, which is cool. That's what I wanted. For the catalog, though, let's do margin Y 10. I want some space down here too. Okay. Cool. How do I add a product to my cart, though, is the question. That's what we're gonna need to figure out next. Do I want to do a button? Let's see. We get more information here. So let's make a quick view where we can show more. Yeah, so I have an idea. So let's make two actions. When they hover over, there's going to be a quick add and a quick view. Quick add will add straight to the cart. Quick view will give us more information. I'll do the quick add first because I think that'll be pretty simple. Yeah, I think that'll be pretty simple, and we could set that up in state. So we can say const cart and then set cart equals use state, which will be an empty array because currently we don't have nothing in the cart right off the bat, right? And we're gonna want to have that cart data as well as the set cart function elsewhere in our app. Most likely the catalog and the navigation. Speaking of, how is the navigation being rendered? Is it inside the catalog? Oh, never mind. That's actually in our layout because that's going to be on every page. So if I create a new page, we're also going to have the nav bar. So that's fine. But then there's now the question. Yeah, I'm going to have to rechange some stuff because we're not going to have access to some of that data now. All right, let me refactor a bit. Take away this local font, don't need it. All right. All right, what's it yelling at me first? What did I delete that I did not like? This stuff. All right, we're just going to keep it for now. Use client, import, create context. Yeah, I think that's going to be it. And what we can say up here is const export const app state equals create context app state, which is that. Can remove that out of here. Button on bottom right. Yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out. I think I'm gonna add like a big CTA for each card, maybe, and then as well as like obviously the quick add and the quick view, and obviously inside the quick view they can add to their cart as well. I think that would make sense. So we don't need this anymore. All right, nothing broke yet. Well, I mean, it kind of did. Everything's broken now, but oh wait. See, this is why I don't like using next. I don't think I can use the while exporting metadata. Can I just like not use the metadata? This isn't a production app. Does that fix things? Okay, I think we got this kind of semi sort of hopefully working. So what I'll do is I will wrap this stuff in our app state. And in here, we're gonna have products, we're gonna have our cart, we're gonna have our set cart. Those for sure I am aware of. We do need to bring this into here though. So let's do that. Which means we're gonna also need to import, use state. And honestly, probably use effect. So let's go to our use effect. Let's pull that on out of here. Probably as well as our Axios. So import Axios, and we're going to put our use effect in here. And let's see where we're at now with all these errors. All right, so our app state is pointing to page. It's no longer there. It's actually in layout. So should probably have the same error somewhere else too though. Use context, app state, we're importing app state, taking products. Okay, why is it yelling? Let's reset this, just make sure. All right, no, so same error. So let's see. Import app state from layout. That is where app state's coming from, right? Sure is. Export const app state using create context. Dang, can I not have it in there? Use context is not a function. don't guess I can use it outside. No, it has to be inside of our function. Huh. Interesting. All right, let's backtrack and just figure this out. So, app state, we're exporting it. I don't know why this isn't working where I can't get my app state into here. Let's make sure we're setting products. Setting products, passing products. I'm inside of the catalog, which is inside a page, which is this here. Let me try something. Maybe it doesn't have access to the component? Oh, am I an idiot? I'm not. Oh, man. All right. Products equals use context app state. Now it has our products, right? Oh, no, this is that issue I was getting earlier. Maybe I should have just left everything alone. So page is basically just our home page. So I don't know why I wouldn't have access to it because it's all wrapped with our provider. See? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna not call this component so my app does not break, and I want to check state. Question is, where is this state since we're using Alright, so our products are they're in here. So there's no issue of it not adding it to state. Here it is. Okay, so yeah, it is in our state. If I uncomment this out, React webcam import module use context is not a function, and that is inside of catalog. Let's see. Am I using use context incorrectly? It appears to be correct. Okay, so I think I know what the issue is, and it's just kind of annoying. Even though catalog is inside of this, which basically points to our page here, it doesn't have access to what we're throwing into context, which is super dumb. But what I'll do is I'll just create it as part of this, so we're just not gonna be able to route later. Well, we'll just have to figure that out when we get to it. Just super annoying. Anyways, that took a lot longer than I thought. Let's go to the product card, and we're gonna take this image, we're gonna put this in a container. And that's because we're gonna also have a button group for this container. So let's write a div, and we'll do button ×2. I guess let's go get some icons. React icons. What would a good view icon be? Or maybe expand. I like this icon. It's not very intuitive, but it would open up a sidebar, so. Or maybe this one. We'll just use this one. Throw this up there. And we'll put this as the text. So now another one is going to be cart, right? But we're going to add this. I think there's a plus sign one somewhere. There we go. That works. Let's import that. Let's use this. And it's probably going to look pretty bad. Yeah. But this is kind of what I wanted. So this div is going to be positioned absolute relative to the parent. And we'll say top 0, right 0. Maybe we should do bottom 0. That kind of works. Let's do flex, gap 2, item center. Each of these buttons have the same classes, P3, rounded small, BG zinc 100, hover, BG zinc 200, duration 200. Like that. It's kind of in the way though. Let's do BG opacity 50. Don't know. You know what we could do? Top right wouldn't be that bad. I don't want to separate them. Top right is still in the way though for some of these. So what I think we'll do is instead of this BG that we got going on right here, we're going to take this off. And what we'll do is we're going to say when we hover BG zinc 200. Let's see how that looks. Wait, hold on. With full. That's not doing anything either. And what is this? This is the div class of relative with full. Let's do BG zinc 500 to see where it's at. Okay, I see what it's doing. It's behind the image. Can we change that with a Z? Cannot. You know what we could do, make it just easier on us, is not have this relative whatsoever. Yeah. Oh wait, what am I doing? Jeez, it's been a long morning. Alright, hold on. We're on the wrong thing here. We're supposed to be on this. Yeah, so we could say BG, sorry, on hover, BG zinc 200. There we go. And what we can do is we can make it full width. And we'll say it's top, we'll say bottom. Cool, so now when we just kind of hover over, that works. Let's do duration 200. Gap, items center, rounded small. Why are they on the left though? Let's figure that out. Let's say BG red 500. Okay. Oh, you know what? The it's with full now. So these are going to be pushed to the front instead of just the content they take up. So we could just say flex. Just wait, is it already flex? Yeah, it already is. So we'll just say justify end. There we go. Cool. And we could just say on hover for each of these little buttons. I'm gonna say hover BG sync like 400 or 500. I don't know. This looks pretty dumb though, to be honest. Let's take the absolute off, bottom right. Take all that off. Duration justify in. Keep that. Just make it as a thing underneath. And let's take their icons away. Let's just do text. We'll say quick view. Add to cart. See, this is what happens when I don't have a design to go off of and I'm just willy-nilly in it. Let's say justify between, which really wouldn't matter. And we're gonna say gap 2. Yeah. And each button's gonna get a width full. If I can click correctly. Cool. Actually, let's just say BG white and they'll show up like that. And this rounded smalls will need to go to medium now. And one last thing, we're just gonna say margin Y of like 5. I really don't like these buttons at all. Yeah, I really should probably have like some sort of design to go off of when I do these things. Add to cart. Yeah, take these hovers off, or let's make them not as bad. Let's do like BG 300, because I think the background's already 200. Yeah, that works, I guess. As well as the hover state on the container they're in. Don't need that anymore. Like there we go. Can we do 200? Yeah, we can still do 200. Cool. Let's just add a little duration. Anyways, these are just buttons. I don't know about you, but I wouldn't buy from this site. Let's see, this margin Y5 just needs to be a margin top now. Cool. All right, so the price is not very noticeable. So what we can say is class name, text, center, margin Y3, and maybe even font bold. And we can add a $sign. Really still don't like that. Text LG. Text sync. Actually, let's do emerald 500. Or let's keep it the same as the other one. We'll do blue 500. And let's just say text right, maybe? Would that even work? It would work. I don't like that though. I really don't like this UI at all. Maybe I'll like spend the next stream like figuring out how to like do the UI better. This might be the ugliest UI I've ever done. But that's okay. You know what we could do? We could take this, put it next to the title, take both of these elements, put them in a container, say class name, flex, justify between items center, gap 3, and now paste them in. We'll have our, well, let's not do Where's it at? We'll take item center off. Keep them to stretch. Start maybe? Oh, definitely don't like that. Honestly, this is fine. This is just nitty gritty stuff. Anyways, I want to add a product to a cart. Let's work on that. Oh boy. I don't know why I have so much issues with images on here. Let's see if we can change that really fast. Alright, cool. That was a lot easier than I thought. Alright, so our cart, where does that live? That lives in the layout, right? Yeah, it does. So for the drop down cart, we're gonna need that context. So import use context, import app state from layout. Now I can say const cart equals use context app state. So what we can do here, we can have a UL with an LI. Actually, it's not. Let's just loop over everything in the cart. So we'll say cart dot map item for every item. Return a list item with item dot title. Now we don't have anything in here yet, so it's not going to show anything. But we can come into here. And let's do, we can say title, shoes. Shoes. There we go. Hit save. Now I think in our cart, cool, we have our one item in our cart here. So now we just need to add an item when we click on a button from the catalog. This should be easy, I think. So let's work on the add to cart button. Say on click. First off, let me console.log and see what we get back. What are we getting? Let's say product and see if we get that product back in the console. So let's do the Xbox controller. Add to cart. Cool, we have our thing here. So basically what we'll do is we'll just create our cart from these items that we add. So in the drop down, we're going to need to make sure we also have our set cart function. So set cart, we're going to pull that from context 2. And oh, what am I doing? Not in the cart. We don't need this in the cart. We need this in the catalog. Sorry. So set cart. I'm lying. We don't need it here either. We need it in the product card where we're changing the cart. Okay. Yes, here. Import use context. Import app state. From layout. Let's also remove these icons we're not using anymore. All right, so we have this product. What we can do is we can say set cart, And we don't just want to say product, because then it's just gonna only add that one item to our cart. And we might already have items in the cart. So what we can do is we can basically say we want to create an array. Well, we're gonna need access to the previous state of the cart. And we could use any variable we want, call it, but I just say prev. And we're gonna take that, we're gonna spread those previous items and then add product. That should work, right? And now product dot title says Microsoft Xbox Wireless Controller. So the reason I say dot title is because in here we're just saying item dot title. Item is taking it is the iteration of our map through the cart, right? So I think this should work. Let's see. So if we hit add to cart, I get an error. Let's see what the error is. All right, hold on. Set cart is not defined. Okay, hold on. How come? All right, we got set cart here. Great. Oh, I'm not grabbing it from app state. Cool, I missed a whole step here. Const set cart equals use context app state. Now it should work. All right, cool. Microsoft Xbox Wireless Controller. All right, so now let's go and add a Samsung Galaxy. Scroll back up. Cool, now we see the Samsung Galaxy. We definitely need to figure out how we're gonna style this up though, because this looks pretty bad. But remember, we have all the information we need, so we can make this cart look pretty good. Let's see, what are we doing here? All right, so this is our thing here. This padding 10 is crazy. Let's do like padding 2. All right, let me say width. Can we do width full? Yeah, this is the issue we're gonna have with it being part of the list item. So let's go back to the utility nav. And let's say class name equals relative. And we're gonna take relative off of this. Hopefully this will make it look a little bit better. You're gonna drop down, let's say width full. Dang, no, still doesn't. So let's do width like 300 pixels. We're just gonna have to do it manual, which is fine. It's okay. That's a good size, right? We'll say min width, which honestly it probably won't ever change. Anyway, so we are returning a list item. We do need our key value here, so we'll say key equals item.id. In here we're gonna have our image source equals item.image, alt equals image for item.title. And this is gonna be our image, right? Yeah. And then we're probably gonna have a paragraph tag with the item.price. And I think for now, this should be enough to like kind of make our drop down menu look a little decent. We're gonna have to style this up a bit, but yeah, because look how big everything is. So class name equals, for sure we're gonna be doing some flex stuff with a minimum gap of like 3 maybe. And we'll say justify start, which I think is the default, or stretch, I can't remember. Items center for sure. All right, so for the image, we'll say class name with about 30 pixels. Whoa, whoa. Okay, way too small. Let's do 130 pixels. Way too big. Let's do 100 pixels. I guess 100's fine. We are totally missing our title image. I'm sorry. Item.title here. Cool. That works for me. We're gonna have a class name of shorten 1, and that doesn't exist yet, but we're gonna basically copy this shorten 2. I'm gonna make that, call it shorten 1, and we're gonna change the line clamp to 1. Cool. Now it just it'll give us this ellipses. So cool. So if we add that to the cart, shows up. Want to add some other stuff, shows up. We definitely do need to make this this whole navigation sticky so that it stays up, and obviously some way better UX features to this. But yeah, it's not bad for not designing this, to be honest. I hate not designing beforehand. Let's see. So we're in the drop down card here. We'll probably want to make these a component and then pass these this data down as props, but that's fine for now. We can also say rounded medium. Do we have any padding on this? I don't think we have any padding. Let's do like P3. I thought I put padding. Oh, okay, I put padding on the drop down menu itself, not each item. And the images are just too big for me. Let's do maybe 80. And this width of 500 is too large. Let's do 400. That looks a little bit better. But that rounded medium is only going to show when we hover. So we're going to do zinc 100, duration 200. That did absolutely nothing. BG zinc. There you go. Cool. 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 All right. That's probably a good stopping point for today. Not bad for a very quick build. I definitely want to build upon this and make this even better. I'll probably work on some designs to make this a lot better looking, and I might spend the next stream just kind of redesigning it, making this look better. Because I really can't with this UI. This UI looks pretty bad, but not bad for a free API. If you guys want to go build something with this, go to fakestoreapi.in. Really cool. Just no API key required. You just kind of hit the API with fetch or Axios, whatever you want, and just go for it. And you got a few endpoints here. You got products of category, you got all categories, pagination, individual product, limited product, all that stuff. Not bad. Like I said, I'll probably make this look so much better. Over the next week and the next stream, we'll refactor this to make this look better, and then we'll work on some other stuff. Like I said, we did the add to cart, but we do have a little bug here. So if I add the same item, it's just going to add it twice, which isn't good UX. So maybe we'll work on that. We'll work on this quick view, which I think will be cool. It'll pop out on the side, and we'll have way more information than this. But like I said, we're going to restyle this too, so this looks better. Because right now, this looks like a horrible fake website. I mean, it is, but we don't want it to look that way. All right, guys. I think that's going to be it for me for the day. But thanks for coming hang out. I'll be back next Thursday, same time, same place. Peace.